Now for the 5th of the 11 games I recorded during my week's trial of the Switch Online that at the time of this video's release would now be over 7 months ago. We have Operation Logic Bomb, and another instance of me not knowing that I was starting a series with its final game. This is the third game in the Fortified Zone or Fortress of Fury series, the first two being Game Boy games and the second being Japan exclusive. The game stars cybernetic soldier Agent Logan, who has to clear out a secret laboratory of all its monsters. The most basic way I can explain this is that scientists ballsed up and caused a tear in the dimensional fabric of space and time that all the monsters spilled through, and I have to deal with it. The game is a top-down shooter where I can move in 8 directions. I have a choice of a single file shot or a spread shot. Give me that spread. Moving north, I shoot through a glass wall and reach a locked door. So I blow up the barrels east of it to take down the wall and go that way to find a yellow robot thing clinging to a machine. Blowing it up gets the power back on, and when I return to the door, there are 2 more robots that shoot at me and move just as fast. Through the door I can use a terminal to download the map of this floor. There's a turret, and its explosion causes 4 more identical turrets to show up. That's followed by tall red robots as I keep moving east, past another terminal I can't use yet. There's a path further east, but I can't cross floors with hexagons on them. That signifies the floor has been ripped out of reality. I head all the way south taking on more red robots and then east for more turrets. North some more to have a door closed behind me and face a mini-boss, this floating robot with crab pincers. It can fire single orange bullets diagonally, or a stream of green electric bullets when directly in front of it. It doesn't take too long to destroy, making it drop its memory bank, allowing me to see what happened to it. We see it and some robots minding their own business when the rip in reality happens and fuses their place with the lab, letting them cross over in the belief that the lab staff are all intruders. Going north are new green turrets that require the destruction of a nearby computer box to get rid of them. I go north some more and find the machine in the flashback that caused the rip in time and destroy it, cleaning up this floor. I use a terminal to the north and get to see some security footage showing the machine and the robot I destroyed arriving from this side of reality's point of view. I can now move west to end up back at the deactivated terminal from earlier, now working, and use that. It shows some scientists teleporting onto this floor and showing the moment the power went out and reality broke, last being seen shot at by robots. Said teleporter is now active, and I use it to warp to floor 2. I only cleaned up the first floor, everything's still messed up here. North and west through the usual turrets and red robots, and then south for these slime things. They're slow and get caught on corners easily, so they're easy to deal with. West some more past the deactivated terminal and take out more enemies to open the door north. Keep moving north through more robots to reach and destroy the second machine. With this floor fixed, I return to the terminal to get the map. Back to the room where the machine was and east, past an off terminal to find a box to blow up. But the path to it is too narrow and I can't reach it with my guns. So I return to the teleporter and warp myself to floor 3. I head north and east to find the laser gun, which reflects its shots off walls. This triggers the appearance of enemies on the floor. Wiping out the robots in the teleporter room opens up the door going south. I keep moving south and east, taking out all the robots to open another door leading to another terminal. This one refills my health. And to the south is another terminal showing the floor's map. East and south to find the box to blow up to open the door going north. There's homing green projectiles coming for me and shooting them does nothing, so I keep moving north to find another box. Destroying it gets rid of them and fills the room with the usual enemies. Wiping them out opens another door in the southwest corner leading north to a much bigger room. In here is another of the reality tearing machines to destroy and fix this floor too. I can then move west to return to the teleporter and take it back down to floor 2. So I can use my laser to shoot through the wall and destroy the box and go through the door leading north. The next mini-boss shows itself here, another crab robot thing. I take it down in exactly the same way to activate another teleporter. It takes me to a separate corner of floor 3 that wasn't repaired when I destroyed the machine. Take out the enemies to open the door north and find a third crab robot to wipe out. This one leaves another memory bank. It shows the robot landing outside and planting another machine to further damage the dimensional fabric. Then north in the next room is another machine to destroy to fix up this corner. I return to the teleporter and take it up to floor 4. The door north is blocked so I get moving west and shooting the same robots as always on the way. Then north and fight through this huge room with a deactivated teleporter to reach the next machine. Destroy that and fix the floor, then use the nearby terminal to get the map. The teleporter is active too, but first I enter the room to the east and inspect the wreckage of this machine for another memory bank. It shows 2 cyber soldiers from Logan's squad firing on a gigantic crab robot that ignores them for a while until it wakes up and wipes them out. Then a third tries a flamethrower and takes a pincer off before he too gets destroyed. And when we fade back in we can see that they painted over the purple soldier's remains to make him green like the rest. Bastards! There's another teleporter here that takes me to a room with another new weapon, this one being the flamethrower. Nowhere else to go, so I get back on that teleporter back to floor 4 and take the one I skipped to end up in a new section of floor 2. The flamethrower is pretty good, the way it can bend around corners so that I can cover myself behind a wall and still have my shots land. Destroying the turrets here activates a healing terminal. I get back on the teleporter and end up in another section of floor 4. Take out the robots to open the door north to another inactive teleporter and terminal. 2 boxes on either side of the room to get rid of with the flamethrower to open the door north to another room. The lift takes me down to the first boss, the giant crab I saw in the previous memory bank, still missing its claw. I focus on the other claw while it shoots these slight homing shots that circle me first. The main body will rotate and fire orange bullets at me too. Taking off the claw will also have it start firing 6 missiles at once at me, but it also makes the main body vulnerable now. It hits me a couple times, but the constant stream of fire damage has it killed in no time. Back on floor 4, the teleporter and terminal are active. The latter heals and the former takes me outside. I was surprised, I was expecting the entire game to take place inside the base. I move north, dealing with turrets disguising themselves as rocks. After a wave of the usual enemies, I reach the little machine planted by the smaller crab robot and destroy it, returning the scenery to its proper state. Moving east has flying robots come for me, but killing them spawns another machine to further repair the path forward. I continue west and turn south, killing 4 rock turrets to reveal the 3rd machine. I then zigzag west and east while moving south, finding a 4th machine and heading west to take out more robots for the 5th and final machine. Fixing this piece of reality reveals another teleporter into the lab's basement 1. I keep moving west, taking out the usual enemies, keep going west through the next room and wipe out all the enemies to open a door leading north. There's also a terminal in this room for the map. Through the door and north all the way for another inactive terminal and teleporter. I cross the bridge going south and then all the way east for another bridge where I have to kill a load of enemies to activate the next bridge going east. It leads to the next machine to destroy to fix this flaw. I head back, but rather than taking the teleporter, there's this hidden tunnel in the corner here going east to another teleporter. The room it takes me to contains the homing missiles. Taking the teleporter puts me back to the start of basement 1, but then I stand on it again to go to basement 2. There's an oil leak in the northwest corner of this room, so I use the flamethrower to cause an explosion and open a route north. The best part about the missiles is that I don't have to strafe while using them. I can face whatever direction I want while being chased and still hit. Killing the robots here activates a terminal that grants me the basement 2 map. I move west across this bridge and into a room with another item in the corner. This gives me a decoy I can plant to attract the aim of enemies while I safely shoot them down. I head south into an area with another inactive teleporter. Killing the enemies here opens the bridge moving south. It leads to this floor's dimension machine, so I clean it up too. It also activates a teleporter that I step on twice to return to basement 1, so I can take the teleporter I skipped earlier to basement 3. To the east is a much needed health refilling terminal, and I keep moving east to kill a wave of enemies to open a door going north. Another box to destroy to open another door and activate the terminal that grants me the map. Keep moving north until I go west and south, all through several turrets, then west across 2 more bridges opened by killing enemies. Past them is the next machine to open up more of this floor. There's another terminal with security footage to the north, showing a scientist begging for his life before being forced to step on some device that turns him blue and makes him disappear. I backtrack across the second bridge and then go north to find a teleporter behind a closed door. The box that opens it has a shield, but only on the side I'm standing, until I plant the decoy to distract it and use the laser on the other side to blow it up. I use the teleporter to end up back on floor 3, where there's another new weapon. This one is a timed mine that explodes in a long line. Back on the teleporter to end up on this walled off section of basement 2. I use the mine to blow up this wall and go south, killing more enemies to open up a bridge going west. Then kill more enemies to open a bridge going north to end up fighting another crab robot. It isn't any harder and killing it activates another teleporter. This one puts me on basement 4, where I head south and then east, praying for any kind of new enemy to break up what has become monotonous. I activate a bridge and go all the way west, then north a little and west to find and destroy the next machine. Back east a little is a terminal with the map, and south of where the machine was is a teleporter taking me to the second boss. It's a big floating robot with claws. It has both spread and homing shots. Not that it matters, as with my homing missiles, this is one of the quickest boss fights I've ever had. Once it's done, I step on the teleporter to end up on a new section of basement 4 under attack by more of the same robots. Taking them out lets me go west across a bridge and heal at a terminal. South and west to blow up another robot to open another door and take on another crab robot. Killing this one leaves behind the device it made the scientist stand on. I stand on it and also turn blue. This allows me to walk into this tear and enter the other dimension. It's the same enemies, but at least it's a new kind of scenery. I move south, east, north, west and north, taking on several waves of the same enemies. Killing them all creates a bridge further north to a door leading to the final boss. It has these two moving turrets on either side of it shooting me, while the currently invulnerable middle confuses my homing shots. I manage to destroy one, which makes the other one's shots so much easier to avoid. I get rid of that one too, and the door in the middle opens up to reveal a weak point that shoots green lightning while spawning in slimes. I get my first death here as I learn I have 3 lives for the entire game. Next time I use a combination of the flamethrower and mines for the turrets, but then the lightning wipes out the last of my health in seconds. Next time I find a better way. I stick a decoy in the corner to keep those endless slimes away, and then continue planting mines in front of the boss, moving away to avoid the lightning when they go off. I end up with 3 little bits of health bar left, but I manage to take it down. This frees the scientists and they leave me to destroy the last few machines, ending the dimensional threat. The proper colours return to the scenery and I pose on a cliff through the credits. Operation Logic Bomb is just okay. Its main problem is that despite being so short, about 40 to 50 minutes, it doesn't have enough interesting to fill out even that time. Once I got into the second half of the lab, it all starts to blend together and the same 5 or 6 enemies of the entire game didn't help either. I was enjoying myself at first, navigating through the floors, but it was outstaying its welcome by the end. Not a bad game at all, but unmemorable. I'm not really feeling any rush to try out the other 2 games, you know? I was about to call it my least favourite of the 11 games I played with that free trial, then I remembered there's still one more I liked less.